In the vast, silent blue, there is a realm where dominance isn't declared with a roar, but with a quiet, undeniable presence. Imagine a creature so perfectly attuned to its world that the very concept of arrival is meaningless. This isn't about brute force or aggressive conquest. It's about a mastery so complete, a harmony with the environment so profound that it exists at the pinnacle of its food chain, unchallenged, serene. This is the story of the orca, the apex of the ocean. For 2 minutes, let's just float here in this endless expanse of water. Golden shafts of light pierce the surface, dancing and shimmering as they descend into the deep. The world above fades away, replaced by the gentle sway of the current and the soft, muffled sounds of the sea. Here, in this cathedral of blue, there is a sovereign, a being that glides through these sunlit waters with a grace that belies its power. It doesn't need to fight for its throne. The throne has always been its own. Its reign is written in the currents, in the respectful distance kept by all other life. It's a story of evolution's finest work, a living testament to a life without equals. This is not a kingdom of fear, but one of awe, and we are about to journey into the heart of it. The name killer whale is a bit of a misnomer, a translation error from ancient sailors who called them whale killers after witnessing their incredible hunts. But to truly understand them, you have to look beyond the name. Orcas are not just predators. They are strategists, teachers, and deeply social beings. They are the largest members of the dolphin family, and their intelligence is simply astounding. This intelligence is the key to their uncontested position. It's not just their size or strength, but their ability to think, to learn, to communicate, and to cooperate. Across the globe, from the icy waters of the Arctic to the warm currents of the equator, different pods of orcas have developed their own unique cultures. This is one of the most fascinating aspects of their existence. They have distinct dialects, specialized hunting techniques, and even specific dietary preferences that are passed down from generation to generation. It's like different nations, each with its own traditions and way of life, all under the umbrella of one species. For instance, the resident orcas of the Pacific Northwest are fish specialists, primarily eating salmon. They use sophisticated echolocation to find their prey, communicating with clicks and calls that are unique to their family group. Then you have the Biggs orcas, also known as transients, who roam the same waters but live a completely different life. They are marine mammal hunters. Their pods are smaller, and their movements are stealthier. They hunt in silence, surprising seals, sea lions, and even other dolphins. Their hunting strategies are complex and require incredible teamwork. They might use a technique called wave washing, where they create a powerful wave to knock a seal off an ice floe. It's a breathtaking display of power and coordination, a perfectly executed plan. This diversity in diet and strategy is crucial. By specializing, different orca populations avoid competing with each other for food, allowing them to thrive across every ocean on the planet. Their prey ranges from the smallest fish to the largest animal on Earth, the blue whale. Think about that for a moment. A pod of orcas, through sheer intelligence and cooperative effort, can take on a creature that is many times their size. It's a testament to their remarkable adaptability. They have been observed hunting sharks, using a technique to flip them upside down and induce a state of tonic immobility. They are the only known regular predator of the great white shark, from stingrays in the shallow flats of Argentina, which they beach themselves to catch, to herring in the fjords of Norway, which they herd into tight balls, using tail slaps. Their hunting playbook is as vast as the ocean itself. This incredible range of prey means they have no natural predators. Nothing in the ocean hunts a healthy, adult orca. They are, at the very top, the final link in countless food chains. This position grants them a unique freedom. They roam vast territories, some pods traveling thousands of miles, their movements dictated only by the seasons and the migration of their food source. Their world is one of movement, of exploration, of an endless horizon, but their lives are not just about the hunt. The social fabric of an orcapod is one of the tightest in the animal kingdom. They live in matrilineal societies, meaning the family is led by the oldest female. The bonds between family members are incredibly strong and can last a lifetime. Sons and daughters often stay with their mothers their entire lives, forming a stable, multi-generational unit. This social structure is the library of the pod. The matriarch is the keeper of knowledge, the best hunting spots, the migration routes, the dialects passed down through generations. She is the wise elder, and her experience is vital to the survival of the entire family. When a calf is born, the entire pod celebrates. The baby is the center of attention, protected and nurtured by everyone. Aunts, older siblings, and even adult males will babysit, allowing the mother to rest and feed. They teach the young ones how to hunt, how to communicate, how to navigate the complexities of their social world. You can see the tenderness in their interactions, a gentle nudge, a shared meal, a playful chase. It's a side of them that contrasts so sharply with their image as fearsome predators. They are capable of great power, but also great affection and empathy. Scientists have observed what appears to be grieving behavior in orcas. Mothers have been seen carrying their deceased calves for days, even weeks, refusing to let them go. This powerful display of emotion suggests a deep capacity for feeling, for connection, that we are only just beginning to understand. Their complex brains, similar in many ways to our own, are capable of self-awareness, problem-solving, and what can only be described as culture. So when we look into the eye of an orca, we are not just seeing a predator. We are seeing a profound intelligence, a deep emotional life, and a cultural history stretching back thousands of years. They are the ocean's mind, a consciousness that inhabits the blue expanse. Their dominance is not one of tyranny, but of balance. As apex predators, they play a crucial role in maintaining the health of marine ecosystems. By regulating prey populations, they create a ripple effect that benefits the entire food web. Yet, for all their power and intelligence, these magnificent beings face an uncertain future. The threats they face come from one source, US. Pollution, entanglement in fishing gear, noise from ships that interferes with their communication, and the depletion of their food sources are all taking a toll. The serene rulers of the deep are now vulnerable. Their reign, unchallenged for millennia, is being threatened by a world changing too fast. Their story is a powerful reminder of our connection to the natural world. It's a call to respect the intricate web of life that sustains us all. When we protect the oceans, we are protecting the orcas, and in turn, we are protecting ourselves. Their story is not over. It continues in every breach, in every call that echoes through the deep, in every calf that is born into the pod. They are the living spirit of the ocean, a symbol of wildness, intelligence, and family. Let's work to ensure that their song continues to be heard for generations to come, in an ocean that is as healthy and vibrant as they are. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of the orca. If you were as moved by their story as I am, please like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the wonders of our planet. See you next time. Imagine a world held in balance by giants, not of myth or legend, but real, living beings that shape our planet in ways we are only just beginning to understand. These giants are the oceans, vast and ancient, their rhythmic tides like the slow, steady breathing of a sleeping titan. For eons, they have cradled life, nurturing it from the smallest microbe to the largest whale. Their influence stretches far beyond the shoreline, touching every part of our world, governing our climate, and holding the key to our very survival. To look upon the ocean is to look back in time, to witness the same elemental forces that have shaped Earth for billions of years. It's a humbling thought, a reminder of our small place in this grand, watery cosmos. Within this immense world, hidden beneath the shimmering surface, lie cities of breathtaking beauty and complexity. These are the coral reefs, the rainforests of the sea. They are not built of stone or steel, but of life itself. Tiny animals, called polyps, working in unison over thousands of years, create colossal structures that can be seen from space. Each reef is a bustling metropolis, a vibrant, living tapestry woven from countless different species. The architects of these cities, the corals, come in a dizzying array of shapes and colors. Some branch out like delicate trees, their arms reaching for the sunlight. Others form massive, brain-like mounds, their surfaces grooved with intricate patterns that tell stories of centuries past. There are corals that look like soft, waving fans, filtering the water with feathery grace, and others that form flat, layered plates, creating canopies and overhangs for smaller creatures to shelter beneath. This incredible diversity is what gives the reef its structure, its texture, and its astonishing beauty. It's a world built by cooperation, a testament to what life can achieve when it works together. And, oh, the life that calls these cities home. Schools of fish, numbering in the thousands, move as one organism, their scales flashing like a million scattered jewels in the filtered sunlight. They are the lifeblood of the reef, a constant, shimmering river of movement and energy. You'll see brilliant blue tangs darting in and out of crevices, their color a startling slash of sapphire against the pastel corals. Their role is vital. They are the gardeners of this underwater paradise, keeping the coral clean and healthy, allowing it to thrive. Every creature here, no matter how small, plays a part in this intricate dance of life. But the reef's inhabitants are not just a collection of individuals. They form a deeply interconnected community. The relationship between the clownfish and its anemone is just one of thousands of such partnerships. Cleaner wrasse set up cleaning stations where larger fish, even fearsome predators like sharks and groupers, will queue up patiently to have parasites removed from their gills and skin. It's a truce, a moment of mutual benefit in a world that is otherwise governed by the food chain. The grouper gets a health check and the wrasse gets a meal. These interactions are the invisible threads that hold the entire ecosystem together, creating a network of dependency that is both incredibly strong and terribly fragile. The rhythm of the reef changes with the sun. During the day, it is a hive of activity filled with the bright colors and frenetic energy of diurnal fish. But as dusk falls, a new cast of characters emerges from the shadows. The nocturnal hunters begin to stir. Moray eels, long and sinuous, leave their daytime lairs to slither through the reef in search of a meal. Spiny lobsters march across the seafloor on their long legs, their antennae twitching, sensing the water for any sign of food or danger. And on certain nights, under the light of a full moon, the corals themselves put on the most spectacular show of all, mass spawning. In a synchronized event, millions of corals release their eggs and sperm into the water column, creating a swirling, underwater snowstorm of new life. It is a moment of profound renewal, a promise of future generations that will continue to build and sustain these incredible cities. The sounds of the reef are just as diverse as its inhabitants. It is far from a silent world. If you were to dip a hydrophone beneath the surface, you would be greeted by a symphony of snaps, crackles, pops, grunts, and whistles. The constant crackling sound, like bacon frying, is made by millions of tiny snapping shrimp, stunning their prey with a sound wave. The grunts and booms are fish, communicating with each other, defending their territory, or calling for a mate. Dolphins and whales add their own complex clicks and songs to the mix, their voices carrying for miles across the ocean. This soundscape is the reef's heartbeat, a constant measure of its health and vitality. A quiet reef is a dying reef. These ecosystems are not just beautiful, they are fundamentally important to the health of our entire planet. They protect our coastlines from storms and erosion, acting as natural breakwaters that dissipate the power of the waves. They are a critical source of food and income for hundreds of millions of people around the world. And within their incredible biodiversity, scientists are discovering new compounds that could lead to breakthroughs in medicine, potential cures for diseases that have plagued humanity for decades. Coral reefs are a library of genetic information, a treasure trove of biological solutions that have been perfected over millions of years of evolution. They are a gift from the ocean, one that we are only just beginning to appreciate. Yet these ancient, resilient cities are facing a threat unlike any they have ever known. Our changing climate is warming the oceans at an alarming rate. When the water gets too warm, corals become stressed and expel the tiny algae that live within their tissues. These algae are their primary source of food and give them their vibrant colors. Without them, the corals turn a ghostly white, an event known as coral bleaching. It is a desperate cry for help, a sign that the reef is starving. If temperatures do not return to normal quickly, the corals will die, and the magnificent city they built will crumble into a barren wasteland, its countless residents left homeless. The symphony of the reef will fall silent. This is not a distant future problem. It is happening right now, all over the world. But there is still hope. The ocean is resilient, and so are the corals. Scientists are working tirelessly to understand which corals are more resistant to heat and to develop methods to help reefs recover. Communities are coming together to protect their local reefs, establishing marine protected areas and working to reduce pollution. And each of us, no matter how far we live from the sea, has a role to play. The choices we make every day, from the energy we use to the products we buy, have an impact on our climate and, in turn, on the health of our oceans. We are all connected to the sea. Its fate is our fate. The giants are in trouble, and they need our help. By learning, by caring, and by acting, we can help them continue their ancient, rhythmic breathing for generations to come. Thank you for watching. Beneath the gentle rhythm of the waves, a world of profound and quiet change is unfolding. It's a transformation so subtle you wouldn't notice it just by looking at the surface. The light filtering down from above seems a little dimmer today. The familiar blue, a shade deeper, a tone more melancholy. This isn't just a fleeting mood of the ocean. It's a symptom of a much larger story, a narrative written in the very chemistry of the water. For generations, we've seen the ocean as a constant, a vast and unchanging force of nature. But beneath that timeless exterior, the currents of change are flowing stronger than ever. The story begins with something invisible, carbon dioxide. As we've filled the atmosphere with it, the ocean, our planet's greatest ally, has been quietly absorbing a massive amount. Think of it like a giant sponge. This has slowed down the warming of our planet, but it comes at a cost. When carbon dioxide dissolves in seawater, it triggers a chemical reaction that makes the water more acidic. This process, known as ocean acidification, is fundamentally altering the marine environment. It's like slowly changing the soil in a garden. The plants that once thrived might now struggle to survive. For countless marine creatures, from the tiniest plankton to the magnificent coral reefs, this shift in chemistry is rewriting the rules of life. The very water that sustains them is becoming a challenge to their existence. Let's journey to the heart of this change, to the vibrant, bustling cities of the sea, the coral reefs. These aren't just rocks, they are living, breathing colonies of tiny animals called polyps. For millennia, they have built intricate skeletons of calcium carbonate, creating structures so vast they can be seen from space. These skeletons are their homes, their fortresses. But in more acidic water, the building blocks for these skeletons become scarce. It's like trying to build a house when your supply of bricks is constantly dwindling. The corals have to expend more energy just to build and maintain their homes, energy that would otherwise be used for growth and reproduction. This stress makes them vulnerable. When corals get too stressed, they do something dramatic. They expel the colorful algae living within their tissues. These algae aren't just for show. They provide the corals with most of their food through photosynthesis. Without them, the coral's skeleton becomes visible, a stark, ghostly white. This is coral bleaching. It's not instant death, but it's a desperate cry for help. If the water conditions don't improve, the corals will eventually starve. A bleached reef is an eerie, silent place. The once vibrant metropolis, teeming with thousands of species of fish and invertebrates, becomes a barren graveyard. The loss of a reef isn't just the loss of the coral itself. It's the collapse of an entire ecosystem that depends on it for food, shelter, and nurseries. And it's not just the corals. Many other creatures in the ocean build shells or skeletons from calcium carbonate. Think of oysters, clams, and mussels. These bivalves are not only a vital part of the marine food web, but also a cornerstone of coastal economies and diets around the world. As the ocean becomes more acidic, their shells become thinner, more brittle, and harder to grow. Imagine a knight going into battle with armor that's paper thin. That's the reality for these organisms. These spikes in temperature are another major driver of coral bleaching and can cause mass die-offs of kelp forests, seagrass meadows, and other critical habitats. For marine life, temperature is everything. It dictates their metabolism, their reproductive cycles, and where they can live. As their traditional homes become too warm, many species are forced to move. They are becoming climate refugees. Fish populations are migrating towards the poles, seeking cooler waters. You might find species in places they've never been seen before, while familiar fish disappear from their traditional grounds. This great marine migration is creating chaos. It disrupts established food webs as predators and prey become separated. It also creates immense challenges for fishing communities who have relied on the predictable presence of certain species for generations. Their livelihoods are now at the mercy of these shifting currents and temperatures. The warming water also holds less dissolved oxygen. Just like us, marine animals need oxygen to breathe. As temperatures rise, vast areas of the ocean are becoming oxygen minimum zones, essentially aquatic deserts where most life cannot survive. These zones are expanding, squeezing marine life into ever-shrinking habitats and creating dead zones where vibrant ecosystems once flourished. It's a triple threat. The water is more acidic, it's warmer, and it's losing its breath. Each of these stressors alone is a serious problem. Together, they create a formidable challenge for life in the sea. It's a somber picture, but it's crucial to understand the gravity of what's happening beneath the waves. This isn't a distant, abstract problem. The health of the ocean is directly linked to the health of our planet and our own well-being. The ocean generates half of the oxygen we breathe, regulates our climate, and provides food and livelihoods for billions of people. We are inextricably connected to this vast blue world. Its silent struggle is our struggle. But despair is not the answer. The ocean is resilient, and so are we. The same ingenuity that created this problem can be harnessed to solve it. The primary cause of all these changes is the carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. Therefore, the most important solution is to reduce our carbon emissions. This means transitioning to renewable energy sources like wind and solar, improving energy efficiency, and protecting and restoring natural carbon sinks like forests. Have you ever stood by the ocean at night and just listened? That deep, rhythmic pulse of the waves, the whisper of the wind over the water. It feels ancient, timeless, but beneath those waves, a profound change is happening. A silence is spreading. Not the peaceful quiet of a calm sea, but an empty, echoing silence where once there was a symphony of life. Imagine a bustling city, vibrant and noisy, gradually falling quiet. The traffic fades, the chatter of crowds disappears, until only the wind whistles through empty streets. That's what's happening in our oceans. The grand orchestra of the deep is losing its musicians, one by one. For generations, we've thought of the ocean as this inexhaustible, resilient force of nature. It's a world of vibrant coral reefs, vast kelp forests, and mysterious deep-sea trenches, teeming with a breathtaking diversity of life. From the clicks and whistles of dolphins playing in the surf to the haunting songs of humpback whales echoing across entire ocean basins, the sea has always been a place of sound. Shrimp snap their claws, creating a crackling sound like frying bacon. Fish grunt, groan, and pop to communicate, to warn of danger, or to attract a mate. The reef itself was a cacophony of life. But now, if you were to listen with a hydrophone in many places where life once thrived, you'd hear something deeply unsettling: the growing quiet. This isn't a story about a single event, but a slow, creeping erosion of life. It's the story of our planet's blue heart beginning to ache. The vibrant colors of the coral reefs are fading, turning into skeletal white graveyards. These reefs, once the bustling metropolises of the sea, are falling silent. They are home to a quarter of all marine species, and as they bleach and die, the countless creatures that depend on them for food and shelter vanish too. The snapping shrimp go quiet. The parrotfish, which scrape algae off the coral, have fewer reasons to stay. The whole ecosystem unravels, and with it, its unique soundscape fades away. It's not just the reefs. Think of the great kelp forests, those towering underwater cathedrals swaying in the currents. They were once dense and full of life, providing sanctuary for sea otters, fish, and countless invertebrates. But warming waters and an explosion in sea urchin populations, unchecked by their natural predators, are mowing down these forests. Vast areas that were once thick with kelp are now barren wastelands, known as urchin barrens. The rustle of the kelp fronds, the scuttling of crabs, the sounds of fish darting through the underwater canopy, they were all being replaced by the desolate silence of a barren seafloor. And what about the open ocean, the great blue expanse? It's becoming emptier too. Overfishing has decimated populations of sharks, tuna, and cod. These magnificent predators, once rulers of their domain, are now struggling to survive. Industrial fishing fleets, with nets miles long, sweep through the ocean, indiscriminately pulling up everything in their path. The complex social calls of whales are becoming lonelier, their songs echoing across a wider, emptier space, searching for mates that are harder and harder to find. The oceans are vast, but they are not infinite. We've pushed them to their limit, and the silence is the sound of that limit being reached. This silence is more than just a lack of noise. It's a symptom of a deeper illness. It represents a loss of connection, a breakdown of the intricate web of life that has sustained our planet for millennia. Every creature in the ocean, from the smallest plankton to the largest whale, plays a part in this planetary life support system. The ocean generates half of the oxygen we breathe. It regulates our climate, absorbing vast amounts of carbon dioxide. It provides food and livelihoods for billions of people. When the ocean is sick, we are all sick. The silence we're starting to hear is a warning bell, a quiet alarm telling us that the very system that keeps us alive is in peril. But this story doesn't have to end in silence. This isn't a eulogy for the ocean. It's a call to listen, a call to action. The quiet is not yet absolute. There are still pockets of vibrant life, still songs being sung in the deep. Hope is not lost. All around the world, there are people fighting to turn the tide. Scientists are developing innovative ways to restore coral reefs, planting heat-resistant corals that can survive in warmer waters. Communities are coming together to protect their local marine environments, creating marine-protected areas where life can recover and thrive. We are learning to fish more sustainably, to reduce our plastic waste, and to lower our carbon footprint. We can all be part of this chorus of change. It starts with awareness, with understanding what's at stake. It continues with the choices we make every day, the seafood we choose to eat, the products we buy, the leaders we vote for. Supporting organizations dedicated to ocean conservation, even in small ways, can make a huge difference. We can choose to be a voice for the voiceless, to speak up for the creatures of the deep who cannot speak for themselves. We can help bring the music back to the ocean. Imagine a future where our children can listen to the ocean and hear not a growing silence, but a symphony of life reborn. Imagine the coral reefs buzzing with activity again, the kelp forests swaying and rustling, the songs of the whales full and strong. This future is possible. The ocean is resilient. It has an incredible capacity to heal if we just give it a chance. The next time you stand by the sea, listen closely. Listen past the waves. Listen for what is there and for what is not. And let that sound or that silence be your motivation. Let's work together to ensure that the beautiful, complex, and vital song of the ocean is not lost forever. Let's make sure it's a song that can be heard for generations to come. Thank you for listening. If this story moved you, please share it, and let's keep this crucial conversation going.